Welcome back to the Red Clay Hot Sauce Florida Open. Drew Felios with Dave Fleming, and a great job by Cameron Blackwood with the interviews on the court. All right, back to the men's draw now, and see Dylan Frazier. He is in the near court, and somebody we're getting to know quite well here this week, Dave. Young man by the name of Collin Shick, who is right now playing for a chance to represent on Championship Sunday.
Yeah, so Collin Shick, let's give you a little bit about this youngster. NC State, okay? Played in the Duper Collegiate event and led the Wolfpack to a title with that. Tennis, clearly a big part of his life there at NC State. Is going to be going to med school, has been playing in North Carolina with the pickleball doctor, Noah Sarabin. And the guy that was sitting in the chair I'm sitting in now, Adam Stone, up there in North Carolina with the prof, Corinne Carr. So this is a known commodity to the good people of North Carolina, that youngster right there. And today, he has made his way to a semifinal. Impressive. He took out Wyatt Stone in his first match, Jason Garriott in his next one, and then beat the ever impressive and difficult to beat Julian Arnold in his quarterfinal, 4-11, 11-3, 11-1. So Schick is here and he is ready to go. He's got that entire state and all of Wolfpack Nation behind him. But let's not lose sight of the fact that on the other side, we've got Dylan Frazier. Dylan Frazier has had one heck of a day himself. He just beat Federico Staksrud, and no one's been playing better singles than Fed. And here's Dylan Frazier with a chance, if he wins this, to hit back-to-back Sundays on the PPA Tour. He did it in doubles last week, taking his first ever gold. He's got his grandparents here. They've all got the Dylan Frazier gear on, Drew, and he is excited about trying to get to Sunday. What a matchup.
So Schick puts it in play, and off we go. And Schick hits it just to the left. Schick, tremendous athlete too, Dave. Also pretty good upstairs too. He's an incredible student, isn't he?
Yes, so got the whole package. Let's see how he fares with the nerves of being on center court in a semifinal. That's different. It's still the same, 20 by 44, but there's cameras, there's a couple of dudes in a truck talking about him, and big opportunity in front of him.
Yeah, it just feels a little bit different as he hits it into the net here. Another point for Frazier out of the gates.
Yeah, and Frazier's like, I don't care who I got to beat. I want to keep my run going.
And sneaks one by Frazier that time. Nicely done by Schick.
Yeah, what a nice little combo there. Drop volley, which wasn't perfect, but followed it up beautifully.
Oh, what a passing shot.
Shut up, Schick. What are you doing, man? He is blasting groundies at Dylan, who has some of the best hands in the game, and then does that on the full lunge? Okay.
1, 2.
And Frazier just a little bit off balance right now as he hits it into the net.
Yeah, a little sort of head fake in the middle of that there from Schick, and much more relaxed swings here, and didn't take him long to get to that point.
Oh, another beauty by Collin Shick. We're getting to know his game really quick.
Yeah, and the two-handed backhand is lethal so far, and now he's swinging freely, and I think that's the difference. Just play through the nerves. And the good thing about singles and playing through the nerves, you get to hit the ball as hard as you can from the baseline sometimes, like that ball right there. And now the kid's threading needles, and that was the corner pocket with the 8 ball right there, Drew. Come on.
Perfect control right now for Collin Shick, looking very much at home in front of the cameras on championship court.
Side out.
And the fact that he played pickleball in college, we're going to be seeing that more and more, Dave, as it grows within the collegiate
It's becoming a big club sport in a lot of places. And having championships, I know there's a big event in Atlanta coming up here where my nephew goes to Clemson. He's playing in it, and there's a ton of schools going there. So it's happening everywhere. My daughter, shout out to her, won the mixed doubles intramurals at Oklahoma.
Nice.
So, you know, this is a college thing, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger.
And that one hit long from Frazier.
So I love that that can be with the igniter for some of these kids to go, okay, there's other places to take this. And here's the 30 seed with everybody in the draw, and he's out in front in a semifinal. Good job, Collin Shick.
So Collin Shick out to the fast start. Dylan Frazier came from behind earlier against Staxrud. Hopes to do it again here in Daytona. So Dylan Frazier, bit of a slow start, trying to pick it up here in game one.
Yeah, and sometimes you're playing an unknown and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm in the semis playing a guy I've never really seen before. This is great. And then the guy's hitting two-handed BBs past you, and you got to lock in your level and play.
7-2.
And we heard Catherine talk about all the tape that these guys watch. There's no tape on this Schick kid.
Finally, Dylan Frazier able to finish, but that certainly wasn't easy.
No, we've seen the athleticism from Schick, and you know, Frazier has been here before and will confidently be able to push through this.
And that may have grazed the net just a little bit. It falls in.
Yeah, I think Schick's beat on that ball anyway, but you know, this is where Frazier needs to put a little scoreboard pressure back on Schick. It's easy to swing through it when you're up 7-2, 7-3.
Side out.
Another side out going Schick's way.
7-3.
7-3 to score here, game number one. And that's going to be side out coming Frazier's way.
Yeah, perfect volley off a really good drive from Schick, and he applauds his opponent for that ball. I like the choice there, just the execution didn't stick it.
4-7. Left, replay. 4-7.
Frazier trailing by 3 and hits that one into the net.
Yeah, sometimes after the let serve, you need to just go back through your whole routine, whether it's a one bounce or whatever, and you'll see a missed serve sometimes out of that. Got it right there from Frazier.
And there's Frazier.
Side out.
Beautifully placed.
Yeah, so Frazier, when you attack his body, his hands are so good in compact, and that's not always the case. Tennis players like the ball away from their body, but guess what?
Oh, how about this point? Schick nearly returned it.
Frazier doesn't come from a tennis background. Frazier's just been playing pickleball for a longer time, a lot longer than any of the other people he plays, so he is much more comfortable in that protecting my body area, and keeps adding those swings away from his body, both on the ground and in the air.
ATP. Oh, returned by Schick. You got to be kidding me.
What a short hop scoop. I thought there's no way that Frazier's getting there, and I thought, oh, he's hit a winner. And this right here, not the greatest drop volley, let's be honest, but this is outrageous.
Side out. 5-7.
Frazier trying to speed things up just a little bit, and now it's 6-7, a 1-point game.
Yeah, and just trying to do a little too much with that backhand volley there was Schick. That short angle volley is the right choice there, but you got to give yourself margin and set up the next ball. Just wide there. And that's what the tennis players have to get used to as they play higher level. You're used to making that first volley, you win the point. Here, cut that short and then win it on the next one if they do track it down. Give yourself a little margin.
7-6 score now. Schick back to work. Oh, that's a beauty from Frazier.
Yeah, caught in between there. Schick did close, and it just, the volley on the line just got beat there.
6-7.
Frazier caught off balance.
Yep, and that's the difference between that ball bouncing and not. And great job by Schick. Some of the newer players will let that bounce and then try and hit it. If you take that out of the air, you take time and make them guess first. You want them to make the first move.
Schick in full attack mode.
Yeah, that's a violent two-hander right there. Stage not looking too big for Schick at all.
Collin Shick into the net, but able to get a few points there. And now Frazier with the side out.
6-8. Side out.
So we've got NC State represented in the far court, University of Missouri in the near court.
He's taking econ classes remotely right now as Dylan Frazier. My goodness. And trying to perfect his third shot drop all at the same time, Drew.
Two incredibly bright young men.
Yes.
Schick, a med school student.
Yep.
6-8. Side out.
The other thing we have going on right now is the court is covered, but what you can see is the sunlight creeping in because of that lower angle of the sun. So that is going to be a factor in some way.
Passing shot from Schick. He has done it all game long.
Yeah, the two-handed backhand has been setting that up, and that time he just whips through a forehand. And the side that Schick is on is definitely the harder side from visuals of us looking across the court, as well as now the sun on him. And the Tiger says, oh, I see you, Wolfpack drop shot. I got one of my own right here.
6-9.
Dylan Frazier on the run, puts it away.
Yeah, again, nice job of once you get a ball that's going to be down or the opponent is hitting up, you'll see that paddle's got to go up. You cannot let that ball bounce. Come get it.
Side out.
Couple missed serves here for Frazier. When you're going for it, I don't have a problem with serves being deep, but in the net. And then you have Schick, who's just laying his serve in. He hasn't really gone for it. I mean, that's nothing on it.
Schick, great effort, just cannot put it back in play.
So imagine if Schick was actually going after his serve here too. I mean, he's just laying it in and winning points. That's hard to do.
Misdirection shot that time from the far side, and Collin Shick.
And he clearly, from his tennis background, has that cut volley down to a science. That was gorgeous right there.
So a 9-7 game. It's going to stay on that. Side out coming back Frazier's way. Two young up-and-coming stars in this sport. We could be hearing their names for an awfully long time.
7-9.
Oh, there is what you call a winner from Dylan Frazier.
Yeah, and that's what you see a lot of the guys do. They'll run around the backhand there and then either hit it inside in down the line like that one or go inside out. That's beautiful from Frazier.
Frazier hits it wide, Dave. He has chipped away and chipped away at this lead. He's right on the doorstep, just trailing by one here, but Schick's going to try and finish off this match, or this game rather.
And Schick can even go back to Dylan's interview from his win before. He admitted his backhand isn't as strong.
Side out.
And that ball looked just out.
Schick, just a little inquiry, a little hope to the referee. I saw it look wide live. I agree. Play on.
Schick with a winner. Wow, what a backhand.
He has hit a ball on the dead run with the forehand, and this one is unbelievable. That's what the two-handed backhand lets you do, though. It becomes like a left-handed forehand over there, and then a missed return. And look at this, Drew.
Collin Shick, we were wondering, is he confident enough for this stage coming into this match? I think he's already answered that now with a game point. And how about that emphatic finish to bring us to the end of game one?
He looked nervy to start, and who could blame him? But that lasted just a couple of rallies, Drew. And then we saw, because we didn't know, what are we going to see? We saw two-handed backhand lasers. We saw ridiculous athleticism. And Collin Shick's got game one in his pocket.
So Collin Shick, confident, determined, and talented, headed to game two from Daytona in just a moment.
Welcome back, everybody, and we are at the beautiful Daytona Beach here. Waves crashing on the beach. We're at Pictona, home of this great event, and in 2 weeks' time, we will be right back here with Major League Pickleball. And for Collin Shick, it must feel like he's been here all day long, and he has. He started in the qualies. Collin Shick started in the qualies this morning, Drew, at 7 a.m. and had to win his way into the main draw, and now he's a game away from being in the final. That is unbelievable. He was the 31st seed in the qualies and made his way all the way through just to earn a spot in the main draw with shots like that.
And right now he is dazzling on championship court. He is, back in 2017, the #1 recruit coming out of the state of North Carolina in the sport of tennis, but really fell in love with pickleball while he was in college. And now we're starting to see the complete package here on the Carvana PPA Tour. So side out to Dylan Frazier. And Frazier, let's not take anything away from what he has accomplished today. The big win over Federico Staksrud earlier.
2-0.
Schick could not keep that ball in. It'll be a point for Dylan.
3-0.
So 3-0 lead here for Dylan Frazier. Good start out of the gate.
Side out. 0-3.
Another winner from Collin Shick.
I mean, just look at the accuracy on this. It's unbelievable. And I want to go back to what I said just a minute ago. He had to play he's had to win 6 times just to get to where we're at right now.
Second side out.
Dylan Frazier, just 3.
3-1.
Another great get by Schick, but Frazier right on top of it to finish.
Yeah, if you have to turn around and face the fans in the back, that's never good. But look at how quick this kid is.
4-1.
Just good patience from Frazier.
Point.
And now Frazier has said, all right,
5-1.
I'd like to take the slipper off Cinderella here.
Another point for Frazier, starting to get on track here.
Yeah, and that looks like a slow walking timeout for Schick. There you saw it, Frazier go body. That's a good ball to hit in singles because people aren't used to that. So it's a nice disguise. And when you have the hands that Frazier has, even if they hit that clean back to him, he wants that battle. So Schick has been going since 7 a.m. here.
Yeah, it's just something. You play a guy like Dylan Frazier, you're not going to see a lot of emotion out of him. And in sports, to me, that's a little intimidating when you're playing against a guy and he doesn't really show you what he's feeling at the moment. Does that carry on kind of in pickleball?
Yeah, I think that's very interesting. You're not going to get anything to react to. So if you are somebody that wants to be like, oh, you're going to poke this bear, being me, fine, I'll show you. So you're just not going to get that from him. I think off the court, Dylan has started to show his personality a little more. He started a podcast this week with Anna Bright. So I think on court, he's going to be level, and you're going to just have to find the emotion within yourself because he's not going to give you something to react to.
Frazier picks up right where he left off out of the timeout, but great hustle by Schick.
And that's what's impressive with Schick is the amount of pickleball he's played, and he is just still going 100 miles an hour after every ball. And who wouldn't? What a stage that he never probably dreamed of this morning. He might have dreamed of it, but come on. This is incredible.
One, 7.
You know, that's the adage of pickleball, make him hit one more ball. He was in trouble the whole time. That high backhand for Frazier is going to be a tougher place for him to win because he doesn't have that tennis background to be able to swing through that. Tennis players love the ball up and away from their body because they can really tattoo it. He likes it in.
7-2.
Now a 6-point lead for Dylan Frazier. What is he doing differently in this game than in the last game?
You know, his everything that is coming forward is not in the shorter court where Schick can just tee off. And he is doing a much better job when he's had the ball of being able to find his passing shots. And if a guy's going to keep hitting high-risk drop volleys like that, okay, he's at some point those are going to miss. But I just like that Dylan let this guy, okay, he's going to make some great shots, but I'm going to keep making him make them. And credit to Frazier for not getting wildly out of what makes him a terrific player.
Oh, that quick comebacker from Collin Shick.
Yeah, and I don't think Frazier can believe that not only did it come back, but look at this guy sliding all over the place.
That's nasty.
That's outstanding.
Side out.
And most players would have tried to reset that. Schick's trying to hit winners when he's fully stretched out, and he's done it a couple times, so why not?
8-4. Side out.
And again, that's just a nice job by Frazier. Take advantage of that short return, set up the 1-2 combo, come forward.
4-8.
So trailing by 4 here, Collin Shick after winning game 1, and Frazier right now controlling game number 2. This has all the feels of a match that's going to go to a third game.
Yeah, and I'm sure Schick would love to not play more pickleball today if he can avoid it, but he's got to get the ball back and put a run together. And Frazier, you know, we've talked about it, admittedly says my forehand is not where my backhand is my weakness, and he is finding forehands and doing a great job with it. So Schick has got to figure out maybe short angles, make him hit backhands as the first ball, and get beat that way. Don't let Frazier keep teeing off on the forehand as he has throughout this game number 2.
Game point here for Frazier. Hits it into the net.
So no earbud that I know of in Mr. Schick's ear, but a much better return into that backhand quarter, and got a mistake. Got to keep on that until he starts running around it.
Nicely done by Collin Shick.
And that's the two-handed tennis backhand, just beautiful. Yeah, Schick's big opportunity going forward is to really hit his serve with more on it.
That's wide as well for Dylan Frazier.
And there was so little pace on that. Frazier actually overcorrected and pulled it wide.
And a timeout on the court. So Collin Shick trying to battle here to stay alive against Dylan Frazier. Here, coverage of the Carvana PGA Tour continues. Brought to you by Tennis Channel. Stay with us from Daytona.
So a lot of questions about the draw as people looked at it. Tyson McGuffin was in the draw till this morning. Unfortunately, could not go. So Wyatt Stone was the lucky loser put into the draw as the highest seeded player available. And that is why you see a 3 seed next to Wyatt Stone. So lucky loser, they go through a process, figure out who gets in there, and I'll clarify the process of that. But that was the spot where Tyson McGuffin would have been in the draw, but unable to go today.
And another awesome shot by Collin Shick to stay alive here. Dylan Frazier just had another game point gone for naught.
7-10.
And that ball hit wide from Schick, so Frazier going to have another chance to force a game 3.
Yeah, that was a big opportunity for Schick there. Had a good look at a forehand. So third try here.
Oh, these two young men putting on a show here. That ball just in.
And ACC versus SEC goes ACC's way there. What a ball from Schick.
That return short from Schick.
Yeah, so he's going to cut it and try and come in, but you have to be committed to that, and didn't stay down and hit through it.
Frazier attacking, and there it is. So Dylan Frazier sends this to a game 3. It's been quite a match thus far. Schick and Frazier seen just about everything, Dave, and here we are headed to a deciding game.
Yeah, you know, credit to Schick. I mean, just to have the reserves to play this much singles pickleball today. So can he find it in himself, or will it be the Missouri Tiger heading to Sunday? 2 tournaments in a row. We'll find out after this.
Dylan Frazier, Collin Shick playing for the right to advance to championship Sunday. Here we are, game 3 from Daytona. Schick's got to run a long way to come get it, and Frazier just calmly tops it right back.
I mean, sometimes you just go like, okay, this is probably not going to go well if I go racing up there, and this no quit in the Schick. I love it.
0-0.
And Drew, I can't stress this enough. The largest singles field ever. 80 players started the day wanting this. Schick had to qualify in, and here he is in a game 3 in the semis. Winner gets Ben Johns on Sunday.
So impressive. And that's just wide. And Dave, we also got to mention, I mean, we've had 3 different winners in men's singles on the Carvana PPA Tour so far this year.
Yeah, we have. We'll talk about that after this rally.
Side out.
So we've had Staxrud, Ben Johns. Last week we had Big Papa Jimmy James Ignatowicz. I was texting with him this week. He played flawlessly in Minnesota. Just
1-0.
wanted to commit to doubles this weekend and did so. So he will not be running it back here. It's one of the few that isn't in this draw this weekend. But what a performance by him last weekend.
Well, what a day it's going to be tomorrow for mixed doubles. And just watching what's going on right now, Dave, Frazier just looks like the guy who has been here, done that before. Much more calm right now in this game.
Well, just look at the amount of movement that's going on there. You know, Frazier is not flying all over the court, and Mr. Schick is.
And that's long. So nothing going Schick's way.
And when you see that, you're like, how long can this guy keep making these ridiculous balls on the run? And to Frazier's credit, he's just stayed the court. And look at this ridiculousness. I mean, that's as good a ball as you're going to see all year long right there. This cut backhand volley, earlier in the match, he cut one too short and kept it on his own side of the net. That time, he hits it to perfection.
Side out.
But Frazier's just playing textbook singles. I'm going to put the pressure on you all day. You want to hit some highlight reel? Good. You have the highlights. I have the win.
That's a great point.
4-0.
Frazier now to serve. 4-0 lead for Dylan Frazier. Can't return that one. Side out back to Schick. You know, Kyle Spencer, who is the NC State men's tennis coach, said that Collin Shick, one of the best student athletes he has ever coached. That's saying a lot.
Point.
Right now his hands full with Dylan Frazier, who is applying some big time pressure.
Yep, we'll switch sides at 6 here in game number 3. Oh, and there's another one of those where Frazier tries to run around. At least that time there was depth on the Schick serve. And a couple of quick points in a row here for Schick.
And now Schick trying to get momentum back on his side, swinging away.
Yeah, just firing away. And, you know, when you love to hit the two-handed backhand like he clearly does, you're willing to rope it from all over the place. And he's just hitting drives and coming behind it and saying, here I come. I don't care.
3-4.
Got nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose. And he's playing. What a great job digging out of a 4-0 hole.
Another winner from Collin Shick. He is here to play.
Guess what direction Collin Shick has been going since he's been down 4-0? Forward. Forward.
4-4.
Getting that ball on the rise there.
Frazier just calmly gets side out.
Yeah, and that's
back
the
once again.
difference between that ball diving down at the feet and Frazier being able to volley that above net height. But great rally here. And then you hate to see a missed return after you dug yourself out of it, knotted it up at 4.
5-4. Point.
Tell you what, the talent on the men's side, though, guys like Tellez, and we're watching Schick right now. Ignatowicz, what he has meant to this game here on the Carvana PPA Tour this year.
Yeah, there's a lot of players in their first couple of years where they're making a difference. This man right here has played pickleball longer than all of them combined. And he is looking for his first ever singles Sunday. And he's going to switch with the lead here. So we'll see is it ACC or SEC? We'll see after this.
We welcome you back to Pictona and Holly Hill for the Red Clay Hot Sauce Florida Open. Drew Felios with Dave Fleming. Cameron Blackwood also on the court conducting the interviews, and Dylan Frazier hits it into the net coming out of the timeout. He leads 6-4.
Yeah, and make him beat you with his second best shot. I mean, if the guy's going to say in an interview, it's my weakness, well, then give it to him.
And there is Schick with another dime right down the line.
And his two-handed backhand is a strength. So Frazier might want to try the middle of the court and not give Schick these backhands.
Into the net, drawing closer here. We're tied at 6.
Here we go.
Does Schick have enough left in the tank? He has exerted so much here on championship court. Yes, he does, at least right now. He's got the lead.
And he's, again, pressing forward. Like, go ahead and beat me, but I'm not going to get beat just hanging back. The minute he has a chance to get a ball on the rise, he's coming forward and just blocks it into the open court. Forward again. And that pressure and that movement creates errors. And now that creates a timeout. 4 in a row since the side switch.
What a run here for Collin Shick. An 8-6 lead here in game number 3.
So now we talked about the nerves to start the match. Now you're like, wait a minute. It was fun to hit out when I was behind here in game 3 because, you know, people didn't expect a guy that played in the qualies to be playing in the semi. So I'm going to just hit, wait, what? I'm up? I'm 3 points from playing on Sunday? Okay, let's see how in singles that mental part of this he can control, because this is now different. We saw Catherine Parento versus Annalie Waters on this court in the match before, trying to wrestle those nerves down. Can Schick find it? He's got 4 in a row. Can he make it 5 right here? Impressive.
Dave, you mentioned is Cinderella's run over here. It felt like in game 2 that clock had hit 12 a few times for Collin Shick, but he has come battling back here in game 3. Here we go. And Frazier, another mistake.
Yeah, mishit two-handed backhand, which was a nervy swing, but he got away with it.
It's 9-6 now. Frazier finally getting side out. He needed that big time.
Yeah, and Schick's hoping for 2 more of these miracle balls off the court, flick winners.
6-9.
And right now, Frazier, tough time to have unforced errors here late in this match.
Yeah, I wasn't happy with the bounce there. See if Schick has a little something on the serve here. Nope.
Schick continues to attack. What a point.
6 in a row since the switch, and he has Championship Sunday on his paddle.
10-6.
Here we go.
Oh my, and he takes the ball out of play. It's like he's icing his own kicker right here. You saw Frazier look at the ball a second ago, but wow. As if we needed more attention.
So now these two players will head to our referee, take a look at the balls. And let's find one and let's go. Frazier trying to get side out. Collin Shick headed to Championship Sunday here at Pictona.
We just saw Annalie Waters lose to Catherine Parento in the upset of the day, but what this man just did is a much bigger upset from the standpoint of where his morning started. Are you kidding me? He had to qualify through, and he will play the best player in the world, luckily for Collin, on Sunday. He's got a couple of days to think about it, but this is a remarkable achievement from this young man. He's going to have to figure out how to handle an on-court interview with our Cameron Blackwood, and I'm sure he'll be just fine for that when we come back. What a run for Schick.
Welcome back. I'm Cameron Blackwood here with Collin Shick. You were seated 31st in the qualifiers this morning, got here at 6 a.m. How are you feeling? How are you standing right now?
Very tired, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I was just happy to get through qualifiers, and I'm glad I could keep it going here.
And what was your expectations heading into today?
Main thing was to make the main draw, so it wouldn't be one and done. I could get in and keep playing matches, and then there's a double elimination. So, yeah, that was the main thing.
And now you're in Championship Sunday against Ben Johns. What is the game plan now before we're heading into Sunday?
Mainly just rest up and try to get ready for that. That's all I can really say.
A little tired from all today. There you have it, Collin Shick. Heading into Championship Day Sunday. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.